All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is September 6th, 2022. I'm so excited to be sitting down with the team from HORDE. Right now, we have Tommy. And Tommy, who else are you with?
With Jayden. People know him as Dan or Jayden, but my right-hand man, and I'm his left-hand man in AMAs, I suppose you could say.
Beautiful. I'm really excited to speak with you guys. It felt like yesterday we had you guys in here before you launched. We talked about the project. I know some of our community members got in at launch and they've been extremely happy with the returns that they've got from your guys' project. You guys have delivered on what you guys have said you were going to do, which is a very hard thing to do in DeFi these days. We get a lot of promises, but very few projects actually deliver. Thank you guys for doing that. And maybe if you wanted to say anything in the intro, please go ahead and say it.
Yeah, great. So first off, thanks for everyone coming along, and thanks to all the guys at Cryptonairz and you Crypto Sensei for having us along. I'm Tommy, one of the founders at HORDE. I'm also sat here with Jayden, Dan.
And I'm as well one of the founders. And yeah, throughout this whole time, I think it's mostly been Tommy and at times me that's been talking. And yes, I too remember the first AMA in Cryptonairz and the first conversations we had. So it's come along since then. It feels like years. It's not even it's not even 6 months.
It is in DeFi space, man. That's like
every
a decade.
Every month in DeFi is actually 6 months in the real world. So that's what we figured out.
That's how my heart feels too.
Yeah, so
the spring.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're here to talk about what we're up to.
All right, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we've been a very sort of successful DeFi project. It's happened really in an organic way where we all came together, had a great idea, built on that, and yeah, we've had a reputation of being the team that's been able to deliver throughout this treacherous market.
You want to start with updates? Where do you guys want to start? Milestone achievements, updates. What do you feel like you guys want to talk about first?
Yeah, there's so much to talk about. It's funny, right? Because we said this the other day that people will say, "Oh, hey, do you want to just do a one-liner of what you guys do?" It's really difficult because we've done a lot, but effectively we started off as just as a passive income play where we've been going now for 168 days, been paying out stable rewards for all that time. We've paid out over 16 million of rewards in that time. We launched on the 22nd of March, and everyone knows what we've went through since then in the crypto space and the DeFi space and everything. Been pretty wild journey for that to play out. We've grown all of our treasury throughout this whole time. We've grown our liquidity pairing and our liquidity manager, which I'll talk more about in a little while to explain to anyone that doesn't know what it is. That's now hit a milestone of $2 million. In fact, in the wee hours of last night for me, it hit $2 million, which was pretty exciting to see. Congrats. Especially because, yeah, thank you. It's been amazing to see. Just because people aren't like in this sort of weird market where people aren't sure what's going on, to see our continued success happen has been quite humbling, quite breathtaking.
DeFi, right? I tell my community this all the time, and if you've been in my community for a while, you've heard me say it, that in the first usually 1 to 3 months, 90% of DeFi projects will fail. Whether that is new ideas being tried and different things being tried, or a dev leaving, or something happening inside the project and it falling apart. Usually it's very hard for a DeFi project to make it past that. And so you guys have, and you guys have actually grown since then. So let's talk a little bit about over the last 6 months, what new things you guys have been able to bring into the ecosystem and what people can look forward to over the next couple months.
Yeah, since we've launched, we've really just continued building, and that's what people have really liked about us as a team, is that we continue not to only deliver the first sort of things we had set out on our roadmap, but we've added multiple things to that as well. I think the standout part of what we've done is the liquidity manager and liquidity manager service, where let's give everyone an update of what a liquidity manager is.
Let's do that.
This is the part of our protocol. This gives us our stable range. Currently, we're between a range of $99 to $112. And it doesn't come out of that range, no matter what selling pressure we've got on it, etc. And this is because of a liquidity manager. And what this does is not just your average sort of buyback bot. It really is a special technology, a special mechanism that our lead dev created. And what we've been able to do is we've been able to prove the success of what we've been doing with it. And then we've actually now outsourced this to other projects.
partnership.
And obviously it's quite a big thing. Lots of people know about it now. And it's been amazing to see it flourish into where it is now. We've seen lots of projects doing sort of similar things, but at the end of the day, this is the original liquidity manager at HORDE, and our projects have come along and been able to integrate it. It's been great to see it.
Yes.
And I just want to add to
Please.
that a lot of people were skeptical when you get bigger volume. Well, at the current moment, I think like for half an hour ago, it was $682,000 the last 24 hours volume, and we are currently always above $500,000 in daily volume. And the liquidity manager have had like the last 5 days, it have been like $40,000 net gross, 50,000, 30,000. It's gaining every day, so it works very well. Also, when the volumes get higher and higher, it's made to handle that kind of like volume. So yeah. To those who were skeptical in that regards in the beginning, it proved itself throughout the 168 days, and now we're getting closer and closer to a daily volume of 1 million, which is incredible to see in this market conditions. Like, I'm amazed every day when I wake up, even if I wake up at night to go piss, I go check the volume, I go check the chart, and I'm just like, it's amazing. It makes me sleep so much better every day.
That's good. So most people drink tea at night to sleep. You just look at the screen and say, man, I created something that's actually working, and you sleep just fine.
Yeah, then I drink half a liter of water, so I know I have to go piss in the night so I can check.
Oh my God. All right, guys. So here, let's get back to this. So guys, if for everyone who doesn't know this, HORDE has built this liquidity management software, and they're actually selling it to other projects. And what this allows them to do is, as they're selling it to other projects so they can be successful in using the same liquidity management for their projects, the HORDE is able to make money to pay the team to grow the project. And so everybody in DeFi is always looking for different revenue sources. And so they built a great model so far. What I want to talk to you guys about is, I've seen several projects. I talk to, 50 to 100 projects a month. I do know there's some more projects coming to the space with liquidity management. How are you guys going to stay relevant in the liquidity management side of things? What do you guys plan to do as far as, what are these maybe announcements that you guys want to talk about? Maybe that's where I'm trying to hit. How are you guys going to keep HORDE relevant in the liquidity management space?
Yeah, there's a lot that we've got planned to do, and there's a lot that we've got planned already to do as well. With regards to LMS and how we keep forward in that, it's as simple as this. We're the first market movers with any kind of thing like a liquidity manager. We know this because our lead dev created our liquidity manager and the system that we have. We've seen other systems out there, and everyone, this is what's great about this space, is everyone builds on other ideas. The difference with our liquidity manager and our liquidity manager service is it's closed source code, and this is a service that we offer. How we keep ahead of that is really just carrying on delivering what we're doing, carry on expanding, carry on moving forward with the same momentum as what we're doing, because at the end of the day, when we realised the potential of what liquidity managers could do to not just a DeFi space, but to crypto alone, and how the different ways it can be set up, the different customization it has, we then took that idea and thought, how this can be built into a deck. We're looking at building a DEX, building a launchpad with the LMS integration into it. There's a whole lot of innovation going in that idea as well, that I can't really go into now, so you're not going to squeeze too much sauce out of me there.
They say that, but I usually do by the end.
We've got coming up obviously the play to earn game, the HORDE Wasteland Defense game, which people have obviously been excited for a while. We've started leaking out stuff like this. Let's give you an idea of what that's about. This is going to be an Android game, an Android market game. Okay. And this is to not only to entice people outside of crypto in because of the way we're going to use the mechanics in there to get people interested, but it's going to create a genuine income stream, not like a normal play to earn game that you'd think about. We're looking to outsource other people into this system. So this is the sort of angle we're going with it, which has been really nice to go into that, because for so long it was a closed book. We've got other things coming up like merchandise and stuff like this. We have actually looking at some samples and stuff like this, so we're really excited to bring that soon. Beautiful. But tomorrow...
Yep, what's happening tomorrow?
It's really exciting today.
Hit us with it.
Yeah, sorry.
You're all good.
Tomorrow is really exciting. We've been teasing about a brand new revenue stream that we've created, and it's going to be revealed tomorrow on our Discord. And let me just say this. This is something that's been talked about in our community a lot. And we're just so excited to get this out. People have got an idea, but I'm not going to disclose anything. You've got to all come along to our Discord tomorrow and find this out. Of course, I'm bursting at the seams to tell this, but I've got some great things for tomorrow.
The only people that are going to hear it are the 65 people in here. I can't edit the video fast enough to get it out. So if you wanted to tell these 65 people that are sitting here waiting for this big announcement...
No, this isn't happening. They have to wait another 24 hours.
I gotta try.
We have got, this is just one of income streams that we've created, many branches of what we're doing. We also opened up staking recently.
How's that going?
In the first 24 hours was like 420k volume, yeah? No, it was even less than that. Yeah, we had a really big sort of volume the first day, and it's been growing steadily and nicely. We've got obviously NFTs, so for those that don't know, you can come along to the HORDE ecosystem and you can create a plot, a stone, or a rune. And without going into details what they are, they give you different dollar value entries to come into the ecosystem, to earn rewards, to take part in purchasing things like NFTs that you can attach, because they're plots. Imagine you've got a plot of land and you've got a stone and a rune. If you have a plot of land, you can attach these NFT scenes to it. It's like a movie scene, like a horror scene, a zombie scene, right? So you have a search and rescue, you have a church square, you have a wasteland cabin. And these are also going to give you utility into the game as well, because what we've tried to do with everything is that you haven't got to come along and take part in all of what we're doing. You can just come along and take part in one thing. But it's our job to give people the options of, we've got this going on, we've got this going on, and we try and deliver everything easy to use, user-friendly, and just make it a fun place to be with simple rewards, simple fees. We have a really good approach to make it basic and simple to understand and fun to be, fun place to be.
Awesome. Walk me through, what is this Chainlink Keepers? I was hinted about something about Chainlink Keepers. Can you fill me in what that's about?
Basically, that's just a step for us to go in a more decentralized direction, because obviously we all know that when things go wrong, it's usually humans that makes faults. So we try to remove that possibility, and the keepers are a step in that direction. It helps us collect the fees from all the LMSs that get implemented. So a part of the LMS, when other projects is implementing it, is that we get a trading fee, like a DEX fee, a very small percentage, and that will get collected using, and I would just clarify, it's maximum 1%, usually way below, but between 0 and 1%. And then what the keepers do is basically just calling the fees and delivering them to us to where they need to be. And because nothing is automated on the blockchain, even though that maybe sound crazy, but that's facts, it's not. That needs action to a reaction. What keepers do is looking at the blocks and waiting to see a number so something automated can happen. And so basically what the keepers are is the link between manual labor and automation and the blockchain. So yeah, that's why we implemented it, and that's why we're going to use it much more in future development as well, because we want everything basically to be automated. Like, that's the end goal in reality for a protocol like ours. That's for it to work through out from parameters that's been preset. So because everything should be calculated, nothing is made out of feelings. No decisions is made on feelings based. So everything can be pre-calculated. And for us to be able to automate as much as possible have always been the goal and is the goal. That's the only way we can go decentralized. But that's not something that happens over 1 day or 2 days.
Takes some time.
That's, yeah, it takes a lot of time because some of the things needed for us to do this is not fully developed by, for example, Chainlink. So for us to do it, some of the the products out there need some more development, but that is our goal, and that is what we are striving for.
Talk to me about how many partners you guys are working with right now, because that's a big achievement. You guys, it's got to be at least 5, 6, or 7, right? How many partnerships you guys working with now?
Yeah, so with 5 projects,
5 projects.
Are in the Discord. Obviously, we're working with other projects behind the scenes to integrate a liquidity manager. And let me just explain a little bit more about this.
Please.
Any projects out there or anyone listening in the audience that are in a community or in a different project or know about an upcoming project, applications are open to come and speak to us as a team and see how we can build out a liquidity manager. So what's really exciting about this is that as things move on, as we learn how to build out different liquidity managers on different kinds of networks and different parameters and different models, we're learning more with the projects as well. So it helps us innovate further. And then after a while, we'll have a type of model for all different types of projects. And then it becomes like a real good foundation for then when we go into the decks and we have a launch pad, there's going to be all different types of models there that people can already work from. So it's going to really help people create a more, I know I've said it a few times, a sort of stabilized sector of DeFi that I know we all long for in harsh bear markets, right?
Yeah. Stabilized
all
DeFi is usually words that don't go together, but no, I feel what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah.
The DeFi market is just, it's rough right now. I went over this, I think like last month, the Q2 for CoinGecko, and the DeFi market went from like 154 billion to like 36 billion in the matter of just a couple of weeks. So it's been pretty rough right now for DeFi in general. So it's good to see you guys can build something successful and show that, hey, you guys aren't going anywhere. So we've got the game that's coming up. Just so you guys are not going to do it on iPhone, it's just on Android?
Oh, the plan is to go on multiple devices. We are starting with the Android because that's the easiest and the biggest audience.
Yep.
But and again, this to be like a revenue, and this is not to be made for the community. Of course, we would love the community to play, and that's also why we make incorporations of all the other things in the protocol, in the ecosystem. But it's aimed at mainstream phone gamers and device gamers, and it's made to make money on microtransactions and skins and all these sorts of things that get used in that sort of gaming industry, and that's not necessarily a crypto investor. We would like this to be a game that gets seen on Instagram commercials and then get downloaded through that way. And again, that's not necessarily our community members, but that's not the point of it. The point is that it needs to bring outside revenue, and a lot of it, into the ecosystem. Because again, in reality, what we are gonna end up being is a revenue share model, and that's basically what we are building. So this is just one of the tools that's gonna feed that revenue share, and that's gonna be like all the revenue from the game, and it's going to be amazing to see. I'm so excited for it. I cannot even be in myself when I talk about it, and people don't really want me to talk about it in my wife, and
they're like, shut up, we don't want to hear.
They don't want to hear more about any game.
They've done.
Let's do this, guys. Let's talk to people that are thinking about getting into HORDE, right? Obviously, none of this financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, but walk me through what we're talking to someone brand new to HORDE. What would you recommend them do first? Obviously, do their due diligence and their research, but let's say they're ready to set something up.
Exactly the first thing they should do is, in fact, the first thing they should do is join our Discord, because we've got a really incredible community there that will answer any questions. But not only the community, we as founders try and be there as much as we can, answering questions ourselves. We appreciate that it's not always possible to do that in projects, so that's what we try to deliver as well. But in the Discord, it will give you access to everything. It will give you access to, first off, the amazing community. We're always there to answer questions. Our amazing mod team. We've got things that a community have made, like Dune Dashboard.
I would really say that any new investor needs to go and find the Dune Dashboard.
Yes.
It's !Dune in our chat, and then you get a link to the Dune Dashboard. And that will show you all the data you need to do your due diligence and look if you want to invest. When you come to a project and you write, we get a lot of those, is it too late? to invest. Instead of ask that, of course you're always allowed to ask that, but look the data. And you could say a lot of the data we show is usually hard to find, but we have community members that have made it so easy to find. And if you are more like only want the text, you just do !Excel, and you get in Excel format with all the numbers. So you can go and check how the gross profit are and all these numbers. Like, it's all available. How many prods get made, when they start to decay, how many will decay every day. And it's hundreds and thousands. It's gonna go so fast when decay started in 132 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe a new person obviously do their due diligence, but maybe jumping in with a plot or a rune. What do you think?
And what people can do, sorry to get back
good.
on topic, but like you say, always do due diligence before you invest in the crypto space. But once you're happy, you can come along for all different levels of entry. So starting off, we have around $100 entry for one HORDE token. You can buy Soul's Rune, and this will give you 200 days at 1%. So you would put in 10 tokens and you would get 20 tokens back after 200 days. At the $500 mark, you can have, for 5 HORDE tokens, you can have a stone, and this will give you 25 HORDE tokens back over 250 days. So again, still 1%, just different decaying dates, and I'll come to that in a second. Or the original thing is a plot, because this is also what you can attach NFT scenes to. And of course, there's limits. You can have a maximum limit of 100 plots per wallet. That's ridiculous amounts of money. But it's the runes themselves, you can have up to 10. So it's 10 one HORDE token runes, or 2 stones, which is 2 5 HORDE tokens. The original plot will give you 30 tokens. So 10 tokens in, 30 tokens out after 300 days. Again, 1%, but the 300-day decay date. And then if you're really happy with what you're doing and you want to make something special called an Uber plot, this is for NFT holders that have purchased all 3 NFT scenes. It was just a little bonus to open it up. For 15 tokens, you can buy an Uber. There's also staking. If people didn't want to commit for a time lock period, you can come along to do staking. We have HORDE tokens paired with BUSD, so there's not the fear of impermanent loss. You can get up to, is it 18% APR on that now, yeah? And then obviously we've got other things coming. We've got the play to earn game coming. We've also got the new revenue stream tomorrow that everyone's going to find out about, and everyone's just keep asking in the chat, and so that's going to be cool to get that out tomorrow as well. And then, like we've mentioned, we've got a lot of big plans and we're working on them behind the scenes. These things take time. In the meantime, we just carry on delivering what we want to deliver. I said earlier, it also always comes back to the fact that we were just the same as everyone else, unhappy what was delivered in the space. We made a list of all types of things that we wished we saw in projects, and we set out to accomplish that. And so far, so good, I think, for what I can say from the community's response. And like I say, so yeah, come along and find out yourself. And even if you can't afford to get involved, in our Discord, the announcement channel, we do a hell of a lot of giveaways on a daily basis. So you can always come along and support us there and get something for nothing, so to speak.
It's not nothing. Support is always value.
There you go. Yeah. So
but I would say that if anyone come along and use time to participate in the giveaways, they will eventually win, because we do manually pick those who do the most effort. And sometimes we end up we see them. That's what I try to say. If somebody do it again and again, we see it, we notice it.
So if you want free money, cheerlead in the HORDE Discord. Hard.
Yeah. And in fact, we actually promoted someone yesterday, didn't we, Dan? To help out with giveaways and stuff like this. So that will come. And then as we scale out with regards to the size of where LMS is going, with the decks, etc., we've already hired another dev. We're also speaking to other devs as well. We're scaling out at the same speed we're growing. So it's really nice to see that sort of all in a line as well.
Beautiful.
And yeah, as you can hear, we've got a lot going on.
You guys got a ton
to
going
be doing this in the sort of market we're in. It's just fascinating to be a part of.
Yeah, you look at the last 6 months and you say, hey, which DeFi project's still here? Out of, hundreds, there's only 5 or 10 still around. Hats off to you guys for getting all your milestones completed. Before I open it up to the community, maybe they have some questions. Is there anything that we haven't gone over that you guys would like to talk about? And then I also have this giveaway that I want to do with you guys too, that I was telling you guys about. So I'm going to go over that after I get your feedback.
I have one thing.
Please.
For those new who haven't been in our project, when you join and you eventually see the liquidity manager drop in price again, please don't panic. Just because we talk about how glad we are to see it above 2 million, it's not meaning that it's not potentially going below again at some point. The liquidity manager is there to be the buffer when trading on the LP is not enough, because the reason it works is that most of our, like today, for example, we have 680,000 volume. But I don't know percentage wise, but most of it is on the liquidity pair. That means that it's above the 99 peg. And this allows the liquidity manager to continue to grow. And this is when we then see it's a bad example today because Bitcoin have just had a crash and we have not had a sell-off. But last time Bitcoin had a crash, we saw a sell-off. And that's when the liquidity manager does its job. But when everything thrives, it's obviously nice to see it goes up. It's just not necessary to panic when it then goes down again, because, yeah, that's the whole point of it.
So let me ask you this then. So, how much runway with that $2 million there do you guys have? Let's say tomorrow people stop making plots. Let's say a world war started, something crazy, right? The human factor. We don't know what it's going to be. Let's say
that would... with revenue streams coming in, actual revenue streams coming in, that's an incredible hard questions to answer. But what I can say is all numbers are going up. No numbers are looking like, if you go to the liquidity manager at the Dune dashboard and zoom out and look at the numbers and you look at them, then you can get an idea. But I can't give you a number. Okay. I would just sound stupid, and I don't want to do that. It's something else when you have all these actual revenues, because then you have to account how much would you make in that period and how would that be added. And then what if you sell your treasury, because like we have 1.6 million in liquidity pair. Or
yeah.
Is it? No,
so
1.4 in the liquidity pair, 2 million in the liquidity manager, and 1 million in the in the treasury. And
then we've got the trading bot, which has been absolutely incredible. And this has been helping us also inject funds into liquidity manager. Yeah, and this is another...
That's not because it's needed, that's just because it's nice to bump it up.
Oh, so this is something that's really cool. And a lot of people have been asking us about the trading bot, because this has been a hot topic right now. I think a lot of DeFi is excited about it, but this is just, again, another branch of what we're doing and how we create the revenue streams.
Yeah. Again, if you like that part of the protocol, maybe you would like to watch the AMA tomorrow. That's probably a good idea.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Why don't I do this? I'll give a couple minutes. People can raise their hand if they want to come up, ask you guys a question. I'm sure you guys got a little bit of time for that. Also, for anybody in the HORDE ecosystem, working with HORDE these last several months, we wanted to, at Cryptonairz here, if we talk to DeFi projects like this all the time, we have a 25-person team. We do take a lot of time and due diligence when we look at a project, but if you're looking to join a community, we are offering a $100 value right now, free month. Free HORDE month is the code to use when you're signing up at Cryptonairz.com. That'll get you a free month of Super Bowl access in our community. And we have a fantastic community, great members, and a great team. And it's between DeFi, blue chips, NFTs, TA, you name it, we do it. Chris is a magician in traditional finance, and that guy is just has so much information about traditional finance. We have such a fantastic team. So if you guys want to go do that, Cryptonairz.com, free HORDE month. And so I will, anybody have any questions for the team? Anybody here, please go ahead and raise your hand and we'll bring you up. I know they did a great job about going over what's going on. And you guys, this is your last chance to tell us really what's happening tomorrow before we riot in the streets.
Oh, we've given you enough. Don't worry about that.
Not too many questions from the community.
To put your mind at ease as well, there's been a lot of details said tonight that we haven't said before as well.
Yeah.
Listen back.
You may be not noticing, but those in our community, they got hints in this AMA that I shouldn't have given.
yeah, some of them might wet themselves.
Well, if anybody wants the recording, just DM me and I'll send you the recording before it goes up on YouTube tomorrow. Guys, it doesn't look like the audience has any questions. No one's raising their hand. So did you guys have anything else that you wanted to say in closing? Anything else you wanted to bring up? Now's the time. Oh, Johan's up here. How did you get up here, Johan? You just came up?
I don't know. I just clicked a question automatically.
Oh my God, I didn't even
stage.
see you. Usually I have to like tell people they can come up, but hey, you're here. Go ahead, my friend. What's your question for the team?
I know it's funny. But I've been in HORDE since the beginning. I love this. One thing is, do you guys know how much have you guys brought in from outside revenue? Because looking at how many pots are today, it looks like you guys are, everyone sold you paying out about $270K a day, which doesn't really give a long runway with liquidity managers.
We have already paid out, was it $16 million in tokens? And if you go and look at our holders, that people
was it revenue stream coming in?
Yeah, but I will come to that. They use the tokens. We don't have big holders of tokens, so that's the first part. The next part is that I would say it's around 370,000 we brought in the last 2 months in revenue, and obviously we just started bringing in revenue, so it may not be that much yet, but it's definitely a number that's growing, and it will be revealed tomorrow how it will continue to grow. But again, our end goal is much bigger. That's also why the DEX come into play and the launchpad, which is going to be implemented with the LMS, so that projects can come from outside without talking to us, make the project, launch it using LMS, and be fully decentralized. So yeah, a lot of more revenue streams to come.
Johan, did that answer your question?
Thanks for being part of our journey with us for so long, and appreciate the kind words at the start as well.
Absolutely. Johan, did we get your question answered, my friend?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for coming up, always adding value. Grimy Badger. I think I've seen you before. Grimy Badger, what's your question? Go ahead and unmute and ask. Please.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, my friend.
Loud and clear.
Excellent. Hi, guys. I don't really have a question. I just want to say thanks for giving that huge hint in this AMA. I can't wait for tomorrow. I will see you there. Anyone that's been in your Discord for a while and that's listening to this, I'm now very excited like myself.
Grimy, let me ask you this question.
Tomorrow and get into that chat tomorrow.
Grimy, let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
I know because what the team have just said tonight, but I don't want to give any more information away.
Can I just disclose? Can I just disclose so that I don't get in trouble? It was actually Dan that leaked that just to get myself. So there you go.
Please don't say any more. I think enough have been said.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Well, Will's going to give some slaps.
That's why I didn't say anything. But
you're all
you
good.
didn't give it away today. You didn't give it. We've known for days. We've known for days and days.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate the support, bro.
Thank you, Grimy. All right, HORDE, what's your question, my friend?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
No question. I've been in since day one too, and awesome project. You guys are killing it, doing a great job. And then dumped in another substantial amount. So I'm on round 2, and it's just been printing. So grateful for you guys.
Round 2. It's just that it's been amazing to prove to day oneers, OG hoarders, that
I want to tell you, my wife did the same. She rode, and then she took all of her rewards that she have stole and aped in again, plus another bag of her own money. She did the same.
But this is the thing, right? This is the crypto space where it's, especially doing what we was doing, a brand new concept, we have to prove ourselves. So there was a long period where I think like around the 100-day mark was when people realised, you know what, actually, these guys might be doing something special. And then, yeah, we've just been able to do everything since then. But I really appreciate the support.
Thank you, HORDE.
Yeah, and you guys are super active in the Discord and quick to answer questions. I was the guy in there that's been in day one, ROI'd, and honestly, full transparency, I wasn't even paying a ton of attention to it. Realized I ROI'd, and I was like, oh, awesome, this thing, and then started doing a little deeper digging, being I'm on the research team of Cryptonairz, research a project that I'm already in, even though my team's already researched it and thumbs upped it. But I was the one in there having all the questions about, hey, I need to dump in a bunch of money, but I don't want to mess stuff up. What's the best way? And you guys are just on top of it, telling me the exact amounts I need to come in at, not to disrupt anything. So grateful for you guys. Good luck moving forward.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Hado.
thank
Appreciate you,
you.
man.
I think what you said there also emphasize our approach to. We want everyone to see this as a community project, us self-included, which means that we want to approach both buying, selling, everything like in a healthy manner. We want everyone to see this live forever. That's the main goal. But it needs the community spirit. Everything that have a loads of investors needs community spirit. So that's why we continue to build on it, and that's why we're in the chat all the time. So I really appreciate when you come out and people come out every time and tell us this, and you do it tonight. It makes us very happy, because that's the whole point of it. It's that it gets noticed by the community.
Beautiful, man. Arvin, 1947, great year. I was not around, but go ahead and ask your question, my friend. What you?
Man, how are you doing? I just wanted to say thank you. Great job, HORDE team. You are doing great. You brought new blood to the dead, but lots of trust are coming back. Great job. I have a quick question. Do you have any plan to talk with one of the lending borrowing platform and using HORDE as a collateral?
So that's a great question, and I will.
Let's just say that we look at every different kind of sector of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So if you was looking at a DEX, you would look at amazing tech and amazing things what's going in that sort of world.
Which borrowing and lending also could be a part of. So yes, we are definitely seeking all opportunities.
For someone that came up without a question, you just squeezed some more juice. So well done. Well done,
So guys, check this out. So when they can't answer and they don't know how to answer the question, so that is something that they're thinking about. That if they weren't, they would have just said no. So you can take that.
No, we're not doing nothing like that. Not at all.
Okay. All right.
It means we are waiting for a big announcement very time soon. I have one more question if you guys have time.
Please, Arvin.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the LMS is sitting with $2 million, and I totally understand it's a perfect marketing tool for you guys, and it attracts lots of attention. But the money is sitting here. Are you planning to do some kind of yield farming on that money?
Ooh, that's a great question.
And it is a great question,
Yes.
but I would love to just mention Black Swan events, the lunar crash and things like that. So when this is not our money, this is the community's money. So we have really thought about it many times and seeked possibilities, and we haven't found any that seek the risk reward ratio, because the risk should be zero. And how do you find zero risk? There is always a risk, and this is the community's money. So we are not willing to just yield farm it in some, like we could do with the treasury, because the treasury is a liquidity buffer. That's something else. That's something that's still important, but it's not crucial. The liquidity manager is crucial for the ecosystem. So yeah, to answer your question, nothing is possible right now.
I see your point. Thank you, guys. Great job. Thumbs up.
Arvin, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
I appreciate you. Anybody else have we do have one more question. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead, man. We're always open. Listen, our AMAs always stretch on for time, and we always we hate to have one straight after the other. We always like a gap because we know they go over. And yeah, just appreciate all the love, everyone, man.
Quantify. Hit us with it.
Hey boys.
Hello.
Hey,
Good job, by the way.
thank you.
Just wanted to know if you guys were thinking about the trading bot, making a revenue stream of that, because that was pretty popular within our community Discord group.
It's like we mentioned earlier, it's a really hot topic right now.
You have an AMA tomorrow.
Grimy Badger just went on stage and came off again. But yeah, we definitely look at everything. So let's just say we have a great AMA tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes down for you, Quantified, man.
Nice, boys.
Show up tomorrow.
Awesome.
All right.
That's all I really had to ask.
It's really
I think I'll
exciting.
go
It's really exciting, actually, to get this excitement out a little bit. Me and Dan are sitting here smiling at each other like little boys in a sweet shop.
All right, cool, man. Thank you, Quantified. We appreciate you, man. All right, guys, last call for questions. Raise those hands or forever hold it inside and don't let it out. If there's no more questions, we'll go ahead and end.
I just want to say my appreciation to everyone, as mentioned before, about the community. And then you see the guys coming up talking about they've been in since day one. They've kept an eye on us, and we're doing what we wanted to do. We wanted to be transparent, and that's something you can't just be. You have to prove it over time. And we wanted to deliver something where it's like a happy, fun community, a trustworthy community. And yeah, it's just been amazing to see. So thanks to everyone.
Beautiful.
And thanks to support from like the likes of you, Crypto Sensei, and all the Cryptonairz team and all the communities that we're involved with. And mentioned before, if any other projects are looking for liquidity managers to be built, come and speak to us.
I have something to say. The guy who made our Dune dashboard, Sammy, posted 17 minutes ago that I have no idea how HORDE Tweets is able to do it day after day. Once again, new record, highest numbers of plot created in a single day after launch. So we broke a new record today again.
Congratulations.
All-time high in liquidity manager and most plot created in a day.
Man, you guys are hot right now. That's fantastic. We're lucky to have you and the insight. And big announcement tomorrow, maybe on a trading bot, maybe on something else. You got to show up tomorrow for that. We thank you all for listening. And go to the HORDE Discord, follow HORDE on Twitter and their other socials. You guys definitely want to follow this project. They have been promising and keeping those promises since the day they launched. And we're just thankful to the team for giving us this time and educating us, and we appreciate all of you. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you're making money out there in crypto. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.